Nicholas.
Oh, hang up.
Wow.
Hang up. Get rid of that. How you doing? Oh, party shirt. Monday. Lovely shirt.
Back
Shoot.
on it, isn't it?
Beauty. Is that new? Samsung.
Samsung. What are we drinking tonight, Nick?
I've got a middle child West Molesey IPA. Nice can actually. Looks a bit like maybe a cricket glove
Yeah, yeah,
with foam
yeah.
fingers.
That's going
Or
to
blue.
protect you against the medium paces you're facing this Thursday.
Or as Magsy would say, maybe one of his favourite teas of the past, a saucepan of Frankfurters. We go.
Lovely.
Good evening.
Good evening, Phil.
You well?
Very well. Welcome back from your holidays.
Thank you. Wait, what are you wearing, Moses? Nice shirt.
I'll give you 3 guesses where it's from.
Passenger.
It looks like a sort of a darts shirt material.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've always had the body of a 16-year-old darts player, so it's about time I started investing in the wardrobe.
Wiggy's thinking, I've been on holiday, got a bit of a tan. Laura, get the white t-shirt out, let's show it off.
Hard to get a tan when it's raining and overcast. 75.
Lovely. Couple of barbecues, though.
No, 40-mile-an-hour winds. Can't barbecue that, mate. Despite
Dodge haven't upset something.
as much as Turbo really wanted to, he couldn't.
Any tasseled loafers get blown into the
Well, there's
sea.
no tassel loafers, but I've sent you the picture of the half mules, which is the new thing. So yeah. No one's seen them before, but he was trialing a pair. He's spotted a sort of a more expensive pair that he'd like to maybe purchase, but he was trialing a cheaper option. So you have problems, Adam?
Yeah. I'm back in now. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, lovely.
Fine.
Yeah, I can hear you now. And I look like an incel. So win-win, really, in a way. Incel gamer, Adam House.
Did you catch the bit about Turbo trying new shoes?
No.
Well, Lemos basically said to any tasseled loafers thrown in the sea. Whatever. I said no. His current footwear of choice is a half mule. I sent you the picture.
I saw the picture of the half mule. It's outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous.
He's trialing a pair because he's seen an expensive pair, but obviously he didn't want to sort of go with it. So he's trialing a cheap pair, which he trialed while we were away. But as I said, bearing in mind, we went to the zoo on the first day, went to a horse sanctuary on the second, another day. he's just rocking the half mules. Yeah. But
What
I
you've
think
been doing with microphones for this whole series? Just
so I've been
working up to like what
yeah.
you've been doing with headphones for this series, working up to a £4,000 pair for the finale.
Yeah. So yeah, but
That's
yeah, but I
excellent.
think he was happy with his pair. So I think I'll be investing on.
Reckon he's in?
I
Reckon
hope
he's going
so.
for it?
Not an investment, but yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. How was your week, whatever's been going on?
Yeah. Last week's podcast, I would say, was the most pressurized. I felt the pressure
Oh yeah.
from the
I
big
thought you
What did
dealt
you
with it.
think, Phil, as a viewer? What was your
Yeah,
thoughts?
I've
Emotional.
dealt with my absence very well. Some strong
It's
facts about countries. Enjoyed them.
very strong facts about countries.
Yeah, I don't think I was missed too much, to be honest.
You were.
Oh, you were missed.
You were.
Yeah. It's our shortest episode.
Was
We
it?
just cracked on.
I mean, we've not done this week yet. But
Welcome to the Thigh Pad Podcast, a cricketing, sometimes podcast. where three men, each with differing amounts of body hair, talk about cricket and other things, mostly other things, and some cricket. Limo, how was the stag?
It was brilliant. It was different. Heading in, it was a bit like a boys' brigade pilgrimage. We were in there. There was 30 men of varying ages, which I was probably towards the younger end.
Wow.
In a hostel, which is basically a country manor. It was amazing. So we booked the whole thing. You can book the whole thing. You have to book the whole thing basically. So yeah, we got this amazing place. Like cooked our own. Well, I say cooked our own food. I didn't cook anything, but the food was incredible. There's a guy who
What?
ran a couple of pubs. He basically set up a bar, so he had 5 beer lines. So it was nuts, and you'd have loved it, mate. It was so it was all vegan. So it was a vegan selection of scran. What do we have Friday night? Tarka dal,
Oh,
sagaloo,
hello.
cracking, and then Saturday night was a jackfruit fajitas, refried
Nice.
beans,
Classic.
brilliant. And then a 15-mile
Why
walk on
why was it all
Saturday.
vegan?
Um, there was a decent vegan contingent on the stag,
Okay.
so yeah. So
Who
yeah,
who
there
is
was
this person
28.
and how do
Go
you know him?
I know them through running, but then just general Stanford. Basically, I've moved here. I hang around with old men.
Neil,
Um,
Stanford
but
Mafia.
like a bit like cricket, really. But they're
Yeah.
brilliant. So yeah, no, it was really good. 15-mile walk on the Saturday. That's too much. Waited about 3 hours for a chicken pie in a pub. Found out there was only one taxi driver working in Shropshire to take us back from said pub, who basically charged us about 4 grand for a 10-minute journey. Watched the football, which is rhubarb, wasn't it? Played a lot of poker. Did you play your cards right Friday night? Play your cards right? That was excellent.
Lovely.
And then the highlight or low light was go-karting yesterday on an outdoor track in Hamworth, where the go-karts had a top speed of 50 miles an hour.
Blimey.
It was an
Jesus
outdoor
Christ.
1 kilometer track. There was a 10-minute sort of warm up where you determined your starting positions on the grid, and then a 20-minute race. About 8 minutes into the 10-minute warm up, the cover came off my engine. I had to go into the pit lane. The guy came to fix it, and I just said, "This isn't for me." Didn't even make the starting grid. Didn't even make the grid. There was 13 of us, another 14 randoms, of which 5 turned up in their own boiler suits,
Good
helmets,
Lord.
gloves. Like, I was basically at the back by an absolute mile, just trundling along. And every time they went past me on a bend, they were just looking at me and shaking their head. I thought, I've had enough of this.
No professionals, mate.
No professionals. So yeah, 50 quid to basically drive about 1 mile an hour and get murdered by kids. Scum. Yeah. But apart from that, it's brilliant.
Absolutely excellent.
Mm.
We have some video footage of parts of your weekend. This is going to make up part of a video package from 2/3 of the podcast, based on last Friday, which was originally supposed to be our one. We have one Friday game a season against Empingham, which is near to the aforementioned Stamford. And last year was fantastic. It's a great day. Took the day off, went up, had a nice spot of lunch, had a ropey cocktail or two, bowled 3 people out, saw an amazing catch, lovely stuff. Very excited about this year, but it got cancelled because not enough people signed up to do it this year. Devastation. I decided to still keep the Friday off, thinking lots of people would, and probably do something else, go day drinking or something. That didn't happen. Everybody else cancelled their holidays or made other plans or were on holiday, aka Philip Adams. So I thought I'd make a little video diary of what I did instead. Mo's Cricket Videoing Diaries, episode 1 of 1. So, supposed to be playing, well, months ago, we had this day booked in for a Friday game, or one Friday game of the Speedy, or one Friday game of the season, up in Epping, somewhere near Stamford. So book the day off, make a day of it. Then it got cancelled a couple of months ago, but the day snuck up. And I thought, I'm not cancelling a day off. So first port call today, yellow bourbon coffee, and off to watch Fall Guy at View Cinema at 9:25 a.m.
Make life more rewarding without changing a thing. Well, apart from how you pay. Keep doing you. Get more with.
Film done. When you are basically a professional sports person, there's one thing that you need to take care of above all others. Not your mind, not your attitude, your feet. I mean, to be completely honest, I forgot that I was doing a video diary pretty much after I left the cinema. So, quick recap on the rest of the day. Had the pedicure, came home, had dinner, just boiling the kettle for a cup of tea. It's a Friday night. Cat screaming. Could have been taking 3 wickets and watching an amazing catch. It's the life of a modern day cricketer.
The only game that doesn't cost me about 23 quid in petrol. Thanks. If my teammates are watching, you fucking pricks, keep that in. Cheers.
That's the title for this week sorted.
Present company accepted.
Present company accepted.
Maybe.
Cheers.
Yeah, that is a shame though. Obviously, we had no cricket to talk about last week, Phil, or very little cricket because it got rained off for a second week in a row.
Second, I think. Yeah.
Second.
Yeah.
This week, we're playing a team that we haven't ever played before. Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do we know?
Yeah,
about
I think they're quite a new team. I think.
Yeah.
Don't know anything about them really. I think there may be a bit of a link in terms of some of our players might know a couple of their players. That's how the game's been arranged. I think. Again, no idea really. I think where they play is quite a picturesque, nice venue. So
okay,
I think that's what swung it for us to try and get a fixture with them.
Classic
This
dating village,
fixtures
isn't
at
it?
Crispin's.
This match is at Crispin's, but we have a reverse fixture later on in the season. So,
Be lovely, Lamport.
Oh
yeah.
What's the
So
pub
no
at
idea.
Lamport?
The Swan.
Lamport.
Fact about Lamport, it's the only village in the Midlands. It's named after a woolly animal and a fortified wine.
Yep. He's not wrong. I mean, if he is wrong, then I'm sure one of the viewers will, sort
I
us
mean,
out
why would
next
he be
week.
wrong?
There is
Wow.
there's a small village in the northwest called Sherry, but it's too far to travel.
Called where?
Sherry.
Sherry.
We'd probably play them on a Friday night next year. We'll be fucking real there for that, won't
Oh yeah, yeah. You're not missing a Friday trip down to old Ferret Sherry. Well, there's two things I think. So we can't really we'll do predictions at the end of the show like we normally do. And stay tuned because we do have the return of a version of Jargon Buster this week. But firstly, we've got a brand new segment, one that I hope continues many, many years into the future. And that is Philip Adams's Cricketing News Desk. You sent us a story earlier today, Phil, that you wanted to discuss on the pod. So I pass over to you.
Yeah, I saw this in the sports pages. I'm sure probably a lot of people have seen it. It's gone a bit viral. A team, I think it's in the Staffordshire League, team called Checkley Cricket Club. They were playing a team called Wedgwood. Wedgwood were bowled out for. I wish I had the scorecard here, but I don't. I've forgotten details. 9. They scored 9. Bowled out for 9. What a game that is! And then the other team won it just conceding 1 ball.
What?
So
That's
the details of the match. Wedgwood
bowled
out for 9. Bowled out for 9. Checkley scored the winning runs off 1 legal ball. So the game was ended after 1 ball, second innings.
They got 10 runs off 1 ball.
No, first they hit the first ball was a no ball, which they hit for 4. And then the second ball also hit for 4. And they scored the required 9 off 1 legal ball.
That's 8.
No, yeah, no, 4 hit a 4.
Oh,
first ball
so
no ball.
lost it. Good
5
cricket knowledge.
Ball, 5 for the first ball, and then 4 second ball. That was Checkley versus Wedgwood.
Sorry, Phil, lost it.
Blake
Firstly,
Hadrill was the batter. Hit the first ball for 4, which was also no ball. Then hit another 4 when it was rebowled. 1 ball.
Nice.
Game over.
Firstly, like watching a young Trevor McDonald, lovely stuff, Phil. Secondly, what's in your memories of playing cricket? What's the shortest game either of you can remember? Are there any that stick out that like finished before tea or something mental like that?
I was trying to have a think, and I really can't remember a game, an adults cricket game that I was involved in. That's been anything as short as that. No way. I mean, that's madness, isn't it? But there's been a few games, but I think the top of my head maybe like the lowest score bowled out for around 50-ish, something like that, which is obviously still pretty rubbish, but nothing like that. I'd imagine in a kids' game, probably with a BB limo, we probably had a few games that lasted maybe like an hour. Bowl a team out for like 15 or something, and then the game over. But not in adults cricket. I've certainly not been involved in a game that short at all.
BB was one I remember, and I barely had time to put a belt buckled pad through my calf muscle before the game was over. But that was just stupid, wasn't it? It's like bloody Harlem Globetrotters playing Whiz Beach or something. It's just pointless, yeah. But yeah, mad really. I remember being at an Ashes game once. I think with Alf and Danny actually, where it was over. The day was over pretty quickly. It was one of them where we needed, I don't know, like 15 runs or something, or 1 wicket. Yeah, and everyone just wanted to hit that maximum refund window, which we did, I think, by about 1 over. It was magic. So yeah, hours play, free ticket, Broad Street for noon.
Get in.
Hot World for 2. Brilliant. Superb.
In basketball over in the NBA, there's kind of an unwritten rule that if one team is miles ahead when it comes to the fourth and final quarter, they take it easy. They don't keep on scoring heavily. Everyone kind of just runs the clock out and just does their thing back and forth. No one takes it too seriously at that point because everyone's like in agreement that team's won. And if they start trying to do some flashy shit, then people get very angry.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a similar thing that goes on in cricket, especially the level that we're talking about? Like the kind of, let's say, seconds, Crispins type level, where if you skittle 4-5 of them out in the first 3 overs, you maybe put on a bowler that doesn't get to bowl as much and isn't as good, that type of thing? Or is it just a pretty standard thing where you just don't get many? Because I can't believe that there's not more games where all of the batters have shockers and just get skittled out really, really quickly. Surely it should happen more often than it does.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? We've definitely played in games where we've helped the situation as a club, haven't we? I think so. I think the tricky thing is, I think with cricket, and it's probably the same for all sports, but if you're really bad at batting, if someone really slow comes on, you still struggle. Like, it's quite hard to even think. It helps, but it's not a given. Like, it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think in that situation, I think like a league match like that, I don't think any assistance would be there. I think it would just be one team winning, the other team losing. That's it. But in a friendly match, then I'm sure, like you said, if the team really struggling, then just to get the game in, because obviously that game was over half an hour of them starting, so they've all turned up.
Unbelievable.
They've all I mean, also I don't know the details full on it. Afterwards, you maybe think something like that. But yeah, I think it's a league match. I think you just get, as you say, it doesn't really happen that much, I would say. But I think it's just the chances of 10 of the batters just all having a shocker is probably quite rare, because you think there's bound to be a couple that score a few runs.
Yeah.
Sure.
I remember an early finish. Well, I remember an early. I couldn't remember much about it, but I remember it was in the early days of me wearing contact lenses for Crispins, before I discovered the extremely tight rubber band accessory for spectacles. And the game was over that early. I remember we were in like Crispins in the bar for about, I don't know, 5 o'clock instead of the usual 8:30, and we got that drunk, I forgot to take the lenses out and I couldn't open my eyes in the morning. It was an absolute bloodbath. The technology probably come on a bit since then, but so yeah, I would say if anyone, that's probably a tip, probably one of the first tips of the pod actually. If you do wear contacts, take them out before you get on it.
Okay, let's move on to Jargon Corner this week, which this is a mental one, because obviously this has come about again because of something sent when we were chatting about this week's episode. It's a classic. It's one that even I know the basics of, but I had no idea the rich history surrounding it and the many different versions of it. So let's get into it. I want to know more about the word duck when it comes to cricket.
Yeah, I thought we'd sort of go into this a little bit, because one of our fellow schools players was playing for their team on Saturday, had the unfortunate occurrence of a diamond duck. And I just thought that would be something that we could discuss, around whether we knew how many different types of ducks there were and things like that. So I did a little bit of research.
Before you go into that, let's just make it perfectly clear, because I know we've got at least 20 to 30,000 people that watch this podcast religiously who
Nice.
don't play cricket at all. So let's start with what a duck is for the lay
Well,
person out there.
I'm getting to that. I was going to get to that. We'll
Okay.
get to that.
Needlessly aggressive, Phil, but fine. Carry on.
I've been
Don't get that with Moira Stewart, do you?
right. So a duck in cricket is there's 9 types of duck. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah. Who knew that? So I'll go through 'em. Number 1, the golden duck. We've all heard of the golden duck, yes?
Yeah.
Adam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I've been the recipient a couple of times.
It's when the batter is dismissed off the first ball they face. Golden duck. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Number 2, a silver duck. Would you like to take a shot at what that?
Got to be the second ball you face, isn't it?
Correct, Adam. That's correct. Number 3, a bronze duck. Does anyone want to take a shot at what that?
Third ball?
Yes. No, you're right. Not wrong. You're not wrong.
Before we go any further, have either of you ever heard of a silver or a bronze duck before, right here and now?
No.
No, but I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Number
4. Number 4. And this is the one that sparked this this little section. Diamond duck. There he is. Any idea what diamond duck is? Or limo?
Yeah. It's first of the innings, isn't it?
Yep. So first ball of the innings. Correct. Number 5.
Wait. Let me break that down.
Sorry.
So 2 opening batsmen go out. Whoever faces the very first ball of the mat of when they've gone out to bat, innings.
Either innings. Yeah.
Straight out.
First ball.
Wallop. Diamond. Duck.
Yeah. It's happened to me once.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
I felt like selling my kit and never playing cricket ever.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
Because your day literally is finished by 2:05, especially because I'm not a bowler, so you know not to bowl. So that's your day, innit?
What was the delivery? Can you remember?
No, I can't. No, but yeah, it was
Kept low, probably. Kept low, I would imagine.
Probably hit a divot, skilled me out. A royal duck, number 5.
Royal duck. I think I had that once at Aladdin's Balti. That's why I already know.
Any ideas?
Is that what the kids do when they see Prince Andrew?
To be fair, you wouldn't want to duck if you were around Prince Andrew. That'd be the last thing you want to do. You want to get onto higher ground, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So a royal duck is actually associated with the Ashes, which is obviously a cricket series contested between England and Australia. So the royal duck is for the...
That was lovely, Phil. Sorry, that was lovely exposition. That's fantastic.
The royal duck is for the opening batters who have been dismissed off the very first ball they face in the series between Australia and England in the Ashes series. I've never heard of that one before either.
No. And off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody. Like, even I watch the Ashes. I can't think of any batsman that may have got that. Any come to mind?
The first of a series?
I
think he got it, didn't he? We were there. Your man, who's the left-handed batsman who got out first ball was he's got shit hair. Rory Burns.
I don't know if it's the first ball of the series or if it's just a diamond duck in an Ashes series.
Okay.
I think it probably would be that, I would think.
Okay. Interesting.
Number 6, a laughing duck.
I mean, I'm always very jolly when I get out for a duck, but I can't imagine that one of the 9 different ducks is specifically about me. So I've got absolutely no idea.
So laughing ducks apparently when batter is dismissed for no runs, so your classic duck, but the innings therefore ends. So it's the 10th wicket taken, and the person has got a duck. That's therefore a laughing duck.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm making a note of this. So far, I think I've definitely.
Your faces are not not showing the enthusiasm that I thought it might be.
No, I'm enjoying it, but I'm genuinely thinking how many of these ducks I've done. So I've definitely done golden duck a few times. Silver and bronze, I'm pretty sure I've done both of them. I'm bound to have been a laughing duck on one
Royal
or more
duck?
occasions. Royal duck, not yet.
Not yet. Still time.
Only in my
Alistair
40s.
Cook apparently got a royal duck in the Ashes in 2013.
That's what I was just looking for.
Was that the first ball of the whole series, or just golden?
Yeah, I think
diamond?
it was. Yeah, I think it was the first ball of the series. Yeah.
And did you Google that, or did Liz just scream it from downstairs?
Yeah, she got it tattooed
She'll
on her
remember.
calf. Yeah.
For anyone
Okay.
that doesn't know, Liz hates Alistair Cook
Hates him with a passion.
with an absolute passion.
Number 7. Number 7 is a pair of ducks, but also commonly more known as a pair.
Yeah.
Adam, any idea?
No clue whatsoever.
We wouldn't really come across that because it's more in the longer format of the game where there's 2 innings per team.
Ah, okay.
So if you get 2 ducks in both innings, then it's classed as a pair.
Fair.
Number 8, I think number eight is a king pair of ducks, more commonly known as a king pair. Any idea on that?
2 first ballers?
Yeah, 2 first ballers. Yeah, again for the
So it's
longer
like double
format.
diamond.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
no, it's 2 golden ducks.
Okay. So it can happen anywhere in the innings, but you get
Yeah.
2 golden
But
ducks.
double,
Same
yeah,
batter, 2 golden
well, they're missing
ducks.
that one, aren't they? Missing that one. Double diamond.
Double
to be fair.
diamond. Yeah. Diamond pair, they call it.
Probably be a queen pair, wouldn't it? Probably.
Yep.
Maybe.
Aces. I'd call it aces.
Yeah, aces. And then the last one is called a batting hat trick. I don't know why this is in the duck section, really, but
It's a hat trick.
any idea what a batting hat trick is?
Oh.
No one's ever called it a batting hat trick.
Is it just a hat trick?
Yes, it's just a hat trick.
What do you mean?
It's just a hat trick when there's three consecutive dismissals. So it's more for the bowler. It's more for the bowler, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah, no one's ever called it a batting hat
But
trick.
I suppose that's what you could. I suppose that's what you could call it if it goes over overs between 2 different bowlers. Call it a batting hat trick.
Oh yeah. No, that's a good point. Or if the first, because for it to be 3 ducks, you could get a hat trick as a bowler and one of them not be a duck, couldn't you?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's got no place. So really, we're talking about 8, not 9.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. They could get.
Why is it called a duck, Phil?
No one knows.
I know.
He's done extensive research on this, and nobody knows unless Nick, you have something.
Well, it's funny because I went out and surveyed over the weekend a couple of thousand people, and no one knew. So there's an element that answer, Phil, that's correct. Then I googled it, and within 4 seconds, I got the description about 10 minutes ago. And well, apparently it's because the shape of a duck egg is the same as the number 0.
Yeah.
Which
mean,
kind of
why
makes
not?
sense. Apparently, there's something in America called a goose in American sport because of a goose egg. Is that a thing, Adam?
I mean, not that I've heard, but if it ain't basketball, then I'm fucked,
Yeah.
really. I know goosing someone is grabbing their testicles in America. They look like 00, I guess.
What about a diamond goosing?
The old royal goose. Yeah.
Not royal goosing.
Yeah, right, goosing.
I'll tell you what. It takes me. I know we've done the stag bit, but on the hen they did a life drawing, and Rob from Norfolk, he did get a goosing. It was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Do you want some stats?
Let's stat it up.
It's quite interesting in terms of the stats. Most ducks in their Test cricket career, have a guess.
Courtney Walsh.
No, but he's second.
Oh,
Wow. Actually, I'll tell you now, looking at the ratios, he's probably the worst off. Courtney Walsh got 54 ducks in 264 innings. Basically 1 in 5 as a duck. That's pretty mad, isn't it?
Pretty
I
good
know.
going.
I know that prick Broad's it there, isn't
Broad is joint fourth on the list with Glenn McGrath.
he?
Yeah,
Shane Warm.
Shane Warne 10th.
Okay.
10th on the list.
Anderson, because he's obviously played loads of
Anderson
Test.
8th, joint 8th. My doppelganger Daniel Vittori 7th.
Really? I thought he was all right.
Yeah. Most ducks, Murley.
Ambrose? Oh, right, no.
59 ducks in 328 innings. Yeah,
That's lovely stuff.
pretty mad, isn't it?
Is there a reverse to that?
Least ducks.
Oh,
Wow. Well, I mean,
Gotta be,
wow.
hasn't
Yeah, of course there is.
There's got to be a few Test people who have never got a duck.
Oh, has anyone never got a duck?
no, surely.
Fewest ducks in
Be like
career.
Gary
Hang on,
Lineker never getting booked.
Give me 2 ticks, right? So fewest ducks in
Yeah.
a career, minimum 50 innings.
Tendulkar got to be in it.
Oh, there's loads of people who've never got a duck.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, loads of them.
I would have
That's
put Philip
insane.
Adams in that bracket until I heard about the diamond duck today. That's big news.
Wow. That's quite mad, actually. Yeah, loads of them. Interesting. Yeah. Good
There we
one.
go. What if you last thing I'm going to ask about ducks, if you like I've had a few innings where I've faced a fair few balls, haven't got a single run, and then got skittled out. In fact, that happened the last game I played when I opened the batting. What is that? Is that still a duck because I haven't scored a run, or is it just a shit? Right, okay. So it doesn't matter how many
Noughts.
times they bowl at you. If it's naught, it's a duck.
Just
'Cause
think of
it
that.
looks like a duck egg.
Just think of that duck egg, man. Always
Yeah.
think of the old goose egg, not goose egg. Duck egg.
I always do.
Always think of that duck egg.
Lovely stuff. I enjoyed that.
So yeah, that's duck corner.
You always know it. One thing I don't agree with, I think it's a bit not needed, is when someone in the scorecard, if you get a duck, they draw a duck next to your name, a little image of a duck. I just think it's a bit much for me, that.
Lovely. Okay. Lamport. Is it going to get rained off? That's the first prediction.
No, I think we're all right this week.
Back on. 2 of the 3 of you playing. I'm not in this week's team. Who we got? Let's start with you, Phil. Who are you going for top run scorer this week?
I'm going to go for M. George.
M. George, lovely. Lino?
Aussie sheep.
Very nice. Sheep, angry sheep. I'm going to go for Philip Adams. I think he's got something to prove this week.
I'd love it if you got a duck this week.
I'd love it if you got a
Yeah.
diamond duck.
That'd be
I'm thinking of fancy a bronze.
Yeah,
Think of a
Nice.
bronze.
Nick. Wicket taker, top bowler.
I'm going to go for David House.
Nice. Wiggy.
I was also going to say the house, so I'll change it to
Fair
Treen.
I'll bash us.
My first and second gone. Let's go for Stuart Nutt. Stuart Nutt. I'll tell you one other person that will be convinced that Stuart Nutt is going to be the top wicket taker, and that is Stuart Nutt. Any other business?
Well, as we don't know anything about Lamport CC, I thought I might provide some information on Lamport, the village.
Lovely. Let's have some Lamport Village facts. I mean,
Brilliant.
how it's going to beat Limo's fact is going to be tough, but let's see how you do.
Got 4 facts for you. Number 1. As of 2011. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's turn it into a little quiz. What do you think the population of Lamport was as of 2011?
Small, isn't it? I would say
It's quite a small, I'm sure you've driven through it, quite a small
I'd-
village.
1,200.
I was going to go for that. I'll go lower then. Let's go 800.
Okay, so as of 2011, the population of Lamport was registered as 225.
Jesus Christ.
Bloody
That is
hell.
small.
Wow.
Fact number 2,
Good one.
the name Lamport means long town.
Seems to contradict the previous fact, but yeah,
Fact.
being that it's not long and it's not a town, appears to be
Fact.
incorrect in both instances.
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. Fact number 3. So, Lamport Hall, the stately hall within the village of Lamport, was home to the Isham family originally. Sir Charles Isham is credited with beginning the tradition of garden gnomes.
Really?
That's an excellent fact.
Yeah, yeah.
That's an
pretty good, isn't
absolutely excellent fact.
And maybe
like
their
that.
badge, if they had a bit of traditionalism about them, their badge would be a garden gnome, maybe. That'd be quite good, wouldn't
Yeah.
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 it? Fact number 4, final fact. Lamport Hall was used to depict Clarence House in the TV programme The Crown.
Excellent. Excellent.
How many first dates have you been on to the Lamport Swan?
None really. It's a bit out of my way, I think. It's a bit far.
None really. None really is a lie.
No, I think the Foxhounds at Holston was probably my furthest I'd sort of branch out. What really?
So you don't want to commit too much to the petrol, do you? Early.
No.
Also,
absolutely.
Swan at Lamport, back in those days, I mean, that's a pricey first date.
Yeah.
Fox and
Yeah,
Hounds
it's fair
was
point.
kind of middling.
Yeah.
When
No, it's
that
fair
cheese
point.
board came out with the Swan, I mean,
I think I've
that's
only
got to be
I've been there
third or
like
fourth
I've
date.
been there like once or twice. I've been there once or twice in my life. I don't think I've been there very often.
You've never been.
It was our, like it was our kind of celebration pub for a good couple of years. I'm going to say circa 98 to 2000. If it was a birthday, especially if it's Pop's birthday, that'd be the type of posh pub grub that we'd go for. Just a little bit above your Fox and Hounds.
I do remember
Really?
Mousy talking about it back in the day. Yeah, that does ring a bell.
Yeah, it was cracking. It was a proper gourmet back then. Don't know what it's like nowadays. I ain't been there for decades.
turning of death on the return journey to Stamford. I'll tell you that. After a Sharps Atlantic Pale Ale, it's on a Thursday evening. If you miss that turning, carnage.
It is, yeah.
And I tell you what, the stretch from Lamport to the A14, and I think every time I drive home, if I break down here, I'm dead. And I don't know what I'd do. I'd be an absolute quivering wreck because it's so dark. I mean, there's not, you couldn't see 225 people for love nor money. I'll tell you that. It's terrifying.
Yeah. I'm hoping their badge has a baby sheep and a glass of fortified wine on it. That's my main hope for you.
Thursday is literally the portal of possibility for me.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? That's exciting. What a way to end what can only be described as another episode of the Thigh Pad podcast. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you.